Again, you only get a chance every 4 years. So this is my third World Cup. It's looking after your teammates. It's trying to do things a little bit differently to what other teams are doing. So yeah, we're very angry in Australia. So as fast as kids, you want to be fast bowlers.
Hello, Pat.
Hi, thanks for having me.
As cricket fans, we're all looking forward to this World Cup, which kickstarts soon. How are you, as a player who's played multiple formats, multiple tournaments, how are you looking forward to the World Cup itself?
I'm excited. Particularly the one-day World Cup only happens every 4 years. You feel like the whole cricketing world, this is where the attention is for the next 2 months. So we've been very excited about this for a long time and pumped that it's here.
Right. What does the World Cup mean for you as a player itself? Because you've had the Asia Cup, you've had the Ashes, and so many other important tournaments, but the World Cup is really special, isn't it?
It is. Again, you only get a chance every 4 years. So this is my third World Cup. And it's got a long history. T20's obviously been big the last few years, but World Cup goes right back to 1980s. Australia have had some success over the years. Hopefully the same this time.
Pat, you face India in your first match, and we are coming off wins in the Asia Cup. How is India a very strong opposition for Australia? How do you see that?
Yeah, they always are. And being the home team as well, they know the conditions quite well over here, so they're going to be tough. But you look around at all the teams, and some really good sides there. So you got to be on your game every time. Over
the years, Australia has provided so many fast bowlers, right from Dennis Lillee to Glenn to Brett Lee to you and Stark right now. What's it with Australia and fast bowling? Do you guys always want to pick up a ball and start bowling all the time?
Yeah, we're very angry in Australia. So as fast as kids, you want to be fast bowlers. I think like for me, some of those names you mentioned, that's the guys that I watched on TV and I wanted to be like. So when you see, people that you want to emulate on TV, it makes all us kids try and do what they've done before us. So I don't know why, but yeah.
You spoke about the superstars of Australia. Wasn't Brett Lee your superstar when you grew up?
Yeah, he was one of my favourites. I had quite a few, but him having bleached blonde hair really stood out, and the big celebrations, and he bowled fast, so I loved him.
I had a chat with Glenn McGrath a while ago, and I remember him telling me that in Australia we're treated as normal people, but here in India just walking around the streets is very difficult. How do you view the quintessential Indian cricket fan?
Yeah, it's a bit of that. Always passionate. That's really passionate. Even obviously crazy about the Indian cricket team, but we always feel really well supported here. The crowd claps for wickets and runs for both teams in the streets. They always want to come and have a selfie. So it's always great. We get a lot of love when we play over here.
Especially Chennai as well, because I remember here, this is the city where we cheered Pakistan when they did a victory lap when they won here. And of course, we've cheered for Australia as well for a long time. So your association with this particular city?
Yeah, it's the first city I actually ever came to in India in 2011, the Champions League. We played a few games here, so we're based here. So this is my first taste of India. It's always really well received. I know a lot of the Aussie guys have played for CSK, and they've always enjoyed their time here as well.
Right. So how has the IPL been for Pat Cummins? Because from outside, we talk about young Indian cricketers getting a chance to rub shoulders with international superstars. How is it for you guys?
I love it. I was that youngster who I played with Jarvis Callis for Kolkata, 10 years ago, Morne Morkel. So I was the 18, 19-year-old starting out my career playing with some of the legends of the game. So I love it, and getting a bit closer to the Indian culture, hearing people's stories, different backgrounds. I think that's one of the wonderful things about IPL. Like, we've had players in our team who got discovered on Instagram from a remote kind of village, and next minute they're playing in front of 100,000 people. It's great.
Right. We definitely hope to see more of you in the IPL. But let's talk a little bit about captaincy, Pat. What does it mean to be a captain, and what's your captaincy mantra?
For me, as long as my job's looking after the players and the staff, so as long as they're all kind of in a good headspace, so once they walk on the field, they can just play with freedom and perform. then I feel like that's my kind of job done. So my mantra, teams full of individuals, so just try and let everyone be themselves and bring out their individual traits.
I remember you was also watching a lot of sports documentaries during the lockdown, and I think the Test is a personal favorite in that sense, about Australia's growth, Australia as a team, your culture, your work ethic in that sense. So how do other sports documentaries, non-cricket sporting documentaries, inspire Pat Cummins?
I do enjoy watching them. I actually watched the new David Beckham one last night, which was good. The Last Dance is great. A lot of the EPL ones. I think it's great seeing other sports that do it a little bit differently, but there's so many common traits, and it's working hard. It's looking after your teammates. It's trying to do things a little bit differently to what other teams are doing. So I always enjoy watching them, and they're great entertainment.
Right. A little bit about Pat Cummins, the father. I think this Sunday is Albie's birthday, and you're here facing India in a cricket field. So it must be really tough balancing. I also saw your social media feed in which you put father to Albie before Australian cricket team, because it speaks about priorities for Pat Cummins in that sense. So how challenging is it? You're in the middle of a World Cup and you have a son back home who's celebrating a birthday. So
yeah, I mean, they're both great things, but cricket's a little part of your life, which I love. But hopefully I'm a father for the rest of my life, and that's the most important thing. So they're going to come over next week, so we'll have a bit of a late birthday present, a birthday cake and everything for him. But I love it. It's the most rewarding job you can have, being a dad. So I love playing cricket, but that's my main job.
Lovely. You're looking stylish with all these glasses. What does style mean to Pat Cummins?
Style's about showing your own personality, I think. You want to wear things that make you feel good, that make you feel confident, that make you stand out from the crowd. And I think if you choose the right things that make you feel good, people already know a little bit about you before they even come and talk to you.
All the best. We're looking forward to more style during this World Cup. All the best for your chat.
Thanks so much. Cheers.
Cheers.